Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chef Bing from Chef Bing Pizza. We're at our second location here over in Sukhumvit 36. It's about a 5 to 10 minute walk from the Thong Lo BTS station. If you're happen to be in Bangkok, Thailand, and you're looking for New York style pizza with a flair, we'd love for you guys to come visit us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm here with Chef Bing of Chef Bing's Pizza. Chef Bing, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I was originally born in Bangkok, Thailand. Moved to New York when I was about 5 years old. I lived and worked in New York for roughly about 30 years. The last 10 years of my time in New York City was working professionally in the culinary industry. I moved back to Thailand in 2017, and I've been back. It'll be 9 years next month. Pretty much within the first couple months that I got here, I again, I was a professional cook. My last 10 years in the States, and I knew when I came back here, I was gonna open something for myself. It was actually between New York style pizza and clean eating, health conscious food. But I kind of saw the lack of quality options for New York pizza here, and I kind of saw, being from New York and missing New York style pizza, something that I actually never did before when I was in the States. I kind of took the challenge of doing pizza.
To me, being here in Bangkok, I've had a couple other pizzas from other places. And I'll tell you, the first time I tried your pizza over at the other location, store one,
Yes.
your first store,
Yeah.
I was like, I got to meet the chef. Because, like
Thank
I
you.
said, I tried those other pizzas and
Yeah.
it was pizza,
Yeah.
but to me, it was like, without being disrespectful at all, it was kind of like Thailand's rendition of pizza.
Yeah.
And when I tasted your pizza, I was like, holy smokes, this tastes like home.
It reminded you of home. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That I really appreciate that.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So, how important was that for you to make sure that you had that distinction? And I know you mentioned you kind of wanted something
Yeah.
from home.
Yeah.
So, why was that important to you to open that up here in Bangkok?
I think it was just, I think Thailand, Bangkok especially, I think back then, which was like 9 years ago, I think people had more education on Neapolitan style pizza. American style, New York style pizza was still kind of like new to everybody. There wasn't enough information, enough education on it. And, we didn't actually, the goal wasn't actually to really make authentic New York style pizza. There are things that we did while we were in the R&D phase that is not very New York, more so on the sauce aspect.
Okay.
In the States, it's more about letting the tomatoes speak. Here, we kind of took it where it's like Thais tend to like their pizza, or they like very flavorful, like lotchat. So we kind of heavily spiced our tomato sauce,
Okay.
so that there are different distinctions. So for me, it's like I wouldn't actually call it authentic New York style pizza, but yeah, it's definitely our version of New York style
Awesome.
pizza.
So, but inspired.
Inspired for sure. We try to keep it try to get it as close to it, but when people ask, is like, oh, is it traditional New York style pizza? I don't think so, and I think it's more it that's the sauce is the distinction.
Okay. Well, that's something I didn't pick up on. And I guess that's the difference between a professional and somebody that's just a food connoisseur.
Yeah.
But like I said, I absolutely love the pizza the moment I ate it. It seems like your focus, as well as creating the product that you create with all your dishes and your pizza, that it seems like there's a focus on quality ingredients as well. Can you talk a little bit more like what goes into that process on making a nice pie?
I think cooking in general, you're gonna be the quality of the ingredients that you source plays a big part. You know, whether it's pizza or Thai food or what have you, and it was, yes, we were trying to get the best quality that we can source, but there's also we had to kind of play around with pricing, right? Because like pricing in Thailand is a little bit different than what would be in the States,
Right.
just because there's so many options of cheaper, more affordable food and the high end food. So we wanted to come somewhere in between where we weren't too expensive, and also we're not like a dollar slice pizza, you
Gotcha.
know. So when we were R&Ding, we were basically looking about one, supply and demand, right? Because a crucial part, it's like you can have the best recipe, but if you can't source the ingredient, then you're not going to be able to grow as a business.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point. Okay, so we talked about your pizza and what goes into it, the inspiration of it. So I came for a meetup
Yeah.
at the other location. Me being brand new to Bangkok, I just put in Chef Bing Pizza, came to the closest address to where I was staying, and it brought me here
And
to
you
the
brought
to
you
the
came
second
here.
location, which is where the meetup wasn't. But one thing I noticed when I walked in the door, I was greeted, and I was like, obviously, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. But the lady that was here at the front counter, she was very helpful. She took her phone out. She was like, "I'll get you to where you need to be." Put it in, grabbed me a grab, stood out there and waited for me.
Perfect. She did a good job.
She absolutely did. Then I get over there. As soon as I open the door, there's like four employees standing there at the register. They greeted me with smiles, all the way from that point to where I was eating the pizza.
Yeah.
The customer service and the quality of service that I received was amazing. So
Thank you.
tell me a little bit about that culture and like what your emphasis is on that.
I think service is probably still number one in the food industry because, like, of course, the food has to be good, but I think we lose a little bit of the service mentality, right? Of course, when you go to like fine dining restaurants and stuff like that, they're geared towards service, right? But for like a small independent shop, stuff like that, I think a lot of people fail on that, you know. And I think the reason why we put a lot of focus on it was because of my training and my background from living in New York and how understanding how important customer service is,
Absolutely.
whether it's face to face or over the phone or whatever. Like with the age of technology, you know, where everything is, you know, we're chatting and stuff like that, people are losing, I feel like people are losing that personal one-on-one connection, you
I
know.
agree.
So we try to bring it as much as possible to what we're trying to do.
Okay, okay. And I alluded to a couple times already that we're at your second location. You had your first location. So obviously, I would say Chef Bing Pizza has been a success
Thank you.
thus
I
far.
appreciate it.
Can you tell us a little bit about what went into that? Maybe like the location, the concept you had for the initial one, and then moving on over here, which, like I said, is closer to me where I'm at.
Yeah.
Of course, that's anecdotal because you know everybody's in different places, but this is a very convenient location. What was your thought process in the two locations?
So the first location, it was actually we opened our first location. We were actually in Old Town. We were at my dad's Buddhist bookshop, and this we outgrew the space relatively quick. So you know, I searched for the current location for that plunger location for about a year until I actually found it, and it was more like I found it through a friend that I had met playing video games online, and that location worked for us, but we were seeing the trend of like, especially for pizza and the small scale restaurants, that the trend was everybody was really ordering takeout and delivery. You know, the kudos to Thailand in that aspect where you can almost order, you can get anything you want basically delivered to your doorstep, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So there's the convenience of that. So, you know, we knew we had the sit down location over in Plunchet. where we wanted customers to be able to get our product, taste our pizza coming directly out the oven. And but we saw this trend that it didn't, as long as it was like your product was good. Pizza is almost like you order it for home, the convenience of home, watch some TV, feed the kids, and you don't have to venture out.
Right.
So we kept that mindset for our second location where like, hey, maybe we shouldn't gear towards sit down, because like having to hold like front of house staff and stuff like that, and staring at an empty dining room does play a little bit on your psyche, right?
Yes.
So we were like, hey, if 70-80% of our business is delivery anyway, why don't we try to come up with a concept where it's more kind of just like takeout delivery focus. It helps out with our operational costs at the end of the day,
Gotcha.
where you don't have to hold like staff. Even at Plunge It right now, we our dining, we get busy pretty much for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over the weekends, but like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're kind of like we're kind of dead inside,
Okay.
right? So that's why we kind of did a smaller scale concept for our second location.
I was there last night with the Active Creators
Yeah.
weekly event that you allow us to host there. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's your goals or what's your mindset as far as community and community outreach, or I guess community inreach of bringing people in, and what's your thought
I
process on
think the
that?
thought process it's more that with the age of social media and everything like that, like it's very important for business owners to be able to engage and connect with the community, and we weren't really so focused on that, because I think at the end of the day we were trying to get our team and our staff in order, right? So when I actually met and spoke to Demarcus, it was kind of a thought that I already had, where it's like, hey, how can we bridge the gap, almost like scratch each other's back, in a sense where, okay, he had a community around him, and they were looking for a space to kind of host these events, and I was like, you know what? This is something that I wanted to get into anyway, and especially a majority of the community that we're working with right now are expat, like Americans and stuff like that. So I kind of saw it where it's like I'm adding value to the community, right? And in sense, the community provides more eyeball, more customers, more people to be aware of our brand.
What is some of the advice that you might have for other people, expats or whoever that come out here and want to open up some businesses?
Yeah. So, the one thing I would say, especially, I think all types of business, if you're looking to move here to Thailand to open something of your own or become an entrepreneurship, whether it's food, whether it's music, clothing, if you can find a viable Thai partner to be able to help you through the process, I would strongly reconsider, and really look at your business plan and everything, because it's going to be very hard for you to run a successful business here without a Thai partner, right? And the problem with Thailand being called the land of smiles is that everybody that you meet often is smiling at you, and they're coming with you with this nice smile, and you just don't know who to trust. Some of my friends and even myself have encountered this where there's this perception of this person is very nice and very kind, and they're not who they make themselves out to be. It's like that most places anyway,
Yeah,
like
just
around the world.
everywhere.
You got to definitely be careful who you get into business with. More so here, just because there is this front and there is this facade of like, hey, I'm just trying to help you out, blah blah blah. But you don't know what everybody's intentions are. Just because they're smiling at you doesn't mean they they have well wishes for you.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
there sometimes there's some alternative motives.
All right, look at that. Chef Bing dropping nuggets. Speaking of nuggets, I want to get into some wings and I want to get into some pizza.
Yeah.
Chef Bing, thank you so much for opening up your space and telling us about you. And thank you for opening this for people like me and the Thai people that are here because, like I mentioned earlier, this is like getting a slice from home, man. It feels so good and it tastes so good. So, yeah, let's dig into some pizza.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me and thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
Let's get into some pizza.
About to eat.
เกิดที่กรุงเทพโตมาอีกฝากโลกจากซอยแคบๆสู่บล็อกกับซับเวย์โคตรโหดนิวยอร์กในสายเลือดแต่ใจยังอยู่บ้านบรุกลินถึงบางกอกกลับมาปั้นบนเตาร้อนทุกทางเองกับมือไม่เคยยืมใครคุมงานไม่ได้มาขายฝันไม่ได้เล่น flex เกินจากบูมแบบ 90s corner park จน trap BKK ที่เธอเปิดเดินแป้งซอสชีสทุกอย่างต้องมีเหตุผลเหมือนเขียน16บนไม้ทุกสเต็ปต้องเนียนไม่ปลอมสักขั้นตอนไม่ใช่แค่ของกินมันคือวิธีคิดจากบล็อกนิวยอร์กถึงบล็อกกรุงเทพ vibe เดิมไม่เคยปิดเข้าร้านมาแล้วรู้คนที่นี่ดูแลจริงไม่ใช่ลูกค้าผ่านไปแต่คือแฟมแก๊งที่โตมากับเราเหมือนครูใน every evening จากร้านแรกจน
I got some buffalo wings here. Then we got the Hawaiian pizza. And then we got the one that is the Thai favorite. You know what they say, when in Thailand, do as the Thai do. And baby boy, I'm about to do what the Thai do. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and, for all the pineapple don't belong on pizza people, we'll go ahead and start off with this one. Cheers to all of you. Feel a little hot. Fresh out the oven. There's some good loving. How can you say pineapple don't belong on pizza? It belonged to me. I know Chef Bing said it's not exactly New York style pizza, but it's inspired. God bless that inspiration, because this is banging. The crust is delicious, crispy. You hear that crunch? The bacon. It's the first time I actually had real bacon on pizza. I had a couple other places out here. They said bacon. It was more like a sausage. No hate on them, but I want bacon, baby. You tell me you got bacon, I need you to deliver bacon. Straight glutton style, let's go. Put all that in my mouth. Pause. You know we gotta have that ranch. All right, now we're gonna jump into the one that I don't know the name of, but it's what Chef Bing recommended. It's the one that is the customer favorite. I think he said it has pork neck. New for me. But baby, we doing it today. Oh, don't you fall off. You finna get in my mouth too. Come on, let's go.
Double pork.
I eat pork neck. Let's go back in for some of that. Kind of hard to describe exactly how it tastes as far as the meat, the pork neck. Chef Bing described it as almost like a pork belly with less fat. And I think that that's about as close as you can get to explanation of it. And again, he's the chef, I'm not. Best I could give is, it's good. Oh yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit. And it's got a nice spice to it, but it's not overbearing spicy. The sauce is sweet. Mm. But definitely has a lot of flavor. I don't know what's going on in my mouth right now. My taste buds happy as hell. Mm-hmm. Try a little bit of that ranch. Oh yeah, that's a W. All right, let's jump into these wings. Now, there's a debate about pineapple being on pizza. I don't debate that with nobody. It belongs. Now, there's another debate. Flats or drums? Bang! It's all about the drums, baby. Mm. Mm. Man, so let me tell you. One thing I love about wings is when they're crispy and still juicy, but not too juicy. I'm a texture person when I eat. So if the chicken is too juicy, to me it's like it ain't quite done right. These are good. Mm-hmm. Flavor is very subtle. As far as spice, it's very subtle. I'm going in for another one, man. Don't you judge me. Let me tell you what I did today. I had me a small breakfast because I knew I was coming here. Mm-hmm. 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 Let me tell you that. This chicken right here. This chicken. This chicken. Mm-hmm. It's so good. I could kiss the chef. Pause. But you know what I mean, though. Besides, he married. Who know that clip off the wood? She remarried. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. I didn't even notice this. We got some chili. Go ahead and slap some of that on there. We already got the jalapenos with it. Some like it hot. And baby, I'm them some. Them some. Let's go. Hey, that other one already got my nose a little bit. It's so good. You're probably like, he's sweating because it's too hot. Nah, bro. It's hot in Thailand right now. Mm. Apparently, it should be cooling down a little bit. Far from that. This ranch is busting. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see I'm discriminating against those flats, right? Mm. I eat the drums, then I go for the flats. Right now, we got a convo. It's a party in my mouth. Hey, pause. I need to just start doing like a general pause at the beginning of every video. Just pause, man. Just know some such shit gonna come out my mouth. So I'm gonna do a blanket pause for the whole video.
Should be too good, should be too seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Should be too seasoned.
And shut up if you're one of them people that's like, you ain't cleaning the bones. So I look like a cleaner. Matter of fact, I got a whole plate of wings to myself anyway. I'm gonna get the meat of the meat. I ain't cleaning that. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Chef B, first off, for opening. an amazing pizza shop like this. Shout out to the hands that prepared this food. I sound like I'm praying now. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the hands that are preparing this food. We ask for the nourishment of my body. My body's so being nourished right now. All right, one more slice. One more slice. I'll go a little extra hard in the gym later. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I think just a medium. I will tell you, this pork neck is definitely noticeable. Don't think it's anything. It is pork, but don't. It ain't pepperoni. It ain't close to pepperoni. Like Chef Bing said, it's more similar. I'd say a cross between bacon and pork belly. But to me, it does have a little bit more, for lack of better terms, more of a gamier taste, just a stronger flavor. Which I ain't mad at all, because all the spices and the sauce and everything else, it all blends it all together. Yeah, honestly, it tastes like pizza and a Thai dish. If that makes any sense. Hey, shut up. That's going in the ranch. Uncle Joey, I'm sorry. You gotta know Joey Diaz. I don't want no fucking ranch, you cocksuckers. You eat fucking ranch, get away from me.
It's either blue cheese with wings or go fuck your mother.
Yeah, give me the ranch. The ranch, you don't eat, bring it to me. Your other Uncle Joey will fucking eat the ranch. Alright. I think you guys seen enough. I'm here being a complete glutton. Chef Bing's Pizza in Bangkok. I'm at the Thong location. You could come here and eat. But if you really want a sit down spot, cool vibe, not that this ain't a cool vibe, but a nicer setting that's more for dine-in. And let me tell you, we didn't even talk about the patio. They got a back patio, music, fans, nice and decorated. The windows got that New York style. Y'all seen it in the video. And you can go upstairs, smoke you a little smoke, toke you a little toke, sip you a little sip, and just look over the city off the balcony. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you. Appreciate you as much as I appreciate this pizza. I'll see you in the next video.
One chef things in the building. The city react. The city react. The city react. The city react.
Alright, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe and follow along to see what tomorrow brings here on Joseph Livin, where I'm just documenting life as it unfolds. And if you want to see what else I've been up to, check out these videos. Take care.